Hello, everybody. Woo! How y'all doing? Hey. Wow. Yeah, man. So first of all, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. Obviously, Pierre was a huge impact in my life. I met him early on in my journey, my poetic journey. You know, I had another journey before I discovered poetry. But I always thought it was interesting, this guy from Birmingham, Alabama, this guy from Luxembourg could have such a really because we literally have nothing in common, but we had everything in common. No, we really did. And right now, and what's special about today, and I was talking to Nicole about this, is that we have Jacob Crumel here. He's from Birmingham, Alabama, man. And we have a nonprofit, it's called Radical Reversal. And what we do is we put studios inside the carceral settings, right? i.e. prisons, okay? And so we have one in Birmingham, and we worked with Jacob this past summer. Devin and I, Devin's right there. And when Pierre passed, you know, Nicole and I talked, and he was such a huge supporter of what we do in terms of social justice, all of that. We just felt it right that we should name a Pierre Joris Fellow. And so Jacob is our first Pierre Joris Fellow in Birmingham. First meeting, and you know, no better place to do it in New York City, right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to let Jacob go last. We have these two poems, and I feel like they bookend each other because, you know, I've worked with these kids. Deb and I have worked with these kids for a long time, and I think they come from some very interesting situations, to say the least. Interesting, not even the right word, but I'm trying to be nice. No, seriously. I mean, it's not a game. For real. And for Jacob to be here, it's a lot of things you don't even know half of it. But I'm very proud of this young man. So there's that. You ready? Yep. All right, here we go. So, to live and die in Birmingham, Alabama, for baby mom. Right. They come from a place called the Bubble, but could be a bottom, where railroad tracks drawstring community into a chokehold. Here the sun neglects its radiance against a backdrop of darkness. On any given day, a young body outlined in chalk draws a story of death by bullet, featuring boys and girls that don't know no beautiful. Bleeding out, they will never know the language of Hosannas or Black-Eyed Susans or the bite of Eleuthera at dawn, only hollowed out echoes of dilapidated structures that wind whistle a scenic landscape, diagramming their communities dead with violent memories, ghosts and old haints, or a mother's gut-wrench scream in between the betwitching hour. Gunplay, Poes, and Dracos aren't downloadable video games. Nothing is a game. Nothing blossoms in the bubble, this construct fatale, this invisible cage, whereas pigmentation marks the demarcation, as in an experiment, or maybe a petri dish.
The Weight of Dreams, after the original Dwayne Bates. I come from cracked sidewalks where bike tires hum louder than sirens. The smell of charcoal smoke drifting through summer evenings before the streetlights awake and blink. The screen door slammed shut behind my laughing cousins, my name across the block with voices rough as gravel and warm as home. I come from chipped basketball rims, straight knees, and pockets full of hope. The echo of bouncing balls mixed with barking dogs and passing trains. Old family pictures smiling from faded frames, and empty chairs reminded us somebody was always missing. I come from hot grease popping in grandmother's kitchen, cornbread cooling on the stove as I listened to stories stretching longer than afternoon. I learned joy could fit inside a paper plate. Grief could sit beside it quietly without saying a word. I come from nights with blue lights, painted windows without warnings, neighbors watching from porches while silence settled heavier than heat. The same streets that taught me to laugh also taught me to look over my shoulder before crossing them. I come from the weight of dreams folded into my back pocket, wrinkled but never thrown away, even when tomorrow felt uncertain. My hands still carry the lines of where I've been, and every scar whispers, I survived long enough to tell this story. Oh,